Beautifully sung. Right, final thoughts, boys, before we hand to our commentators for kick-off. Gareth, what might happen here today? Long walk from the corner of the old ground these days. This is the new Wembley, set to host its fourth final. And Marcel will like this statistic. The three previous occasions here have resulted in either a Chelsea or a Pompey win. John Terry and co are ready. David James and co ready. Time now to join.
Of the English football season, the FA Cup being carried to its plinth by Sergeant Major Dickie Halloran of the 2nd Fusiliers, representing the thousands of members of our armed forces watching on BFBS around the world. No doubt a large Royal Navy and Royal Fleet Auxiliary contingent supporting Pompey today. A red carpet entrance for the Cup finalists. No Wembley debutants, they've all walked this way before. But the romance of the Cup, alive and well, with a Portsmouth story that, even by the standards of this competition, has taken some believing. As it got one last twist in what is almost certainly the final chapter for many of their players today. Sunday at Stamford Bridge, Branislav Ivanovic was the only injury out once John Terry had survived a midweek training ground accident. But you know, Balak, Kalou and Anelka have only really re-established themselves in the last 3 games. Interesting, there are 7 survivors from the last Chelsea team that Avram Grant picked in Moscow 2 years ago. Grant lost the Algerian midfield player Hassan Yebda to a hip injury just this morning. Papa Bouba Diop has been drafted in. Jamie O'Hara for the injured Mark Wilson is the only other change from the semi-final here. O'Hara and Kevin Prince Boateng both carrying injuries of their own. Season, do they have one more surprise for us? Carlo Ancelotti bidding to follow in Gianluca Vialli's footsteps, the only previous Italian to manage an FA Cup winning team. You know, there's 3 lone players in his starting 11 today. It's the last time that his group of players final between the champions and the bottom club in the top flight. It's a mismatch in any other competition, but Portsmouth have defied bigger odds in recent weeks.
And, you know, with double stress fracture to his lower back. He's been
Lampard ushering Anelka forward. Terrific challenge by McQuain and Lampard! He wasn't very far away. I did 15 years ago was unexpected, but hardly of the David and Goliath legend. Wimbledon 88. Drogba. Just to sense that Chelsea are biding their time here. Lampard from range, oh, it's beautifully struck and hit the outside of David James's post. Wonderful hit by Frank Lampard against his England teammate.
Well, he got the earlier sighter just a little wrong, and this time just across it again, which caused it to swerve away.
There's such skill the way that he hits across the ball. It is a real art form.
It sat up beautifully for him as well, but it just worked against him, the fact that he slightly got across it and caused it to spin away.
Anelka, Chelsea starting to motor. Nicola Anelka, and James had to be smart. Element of surprise about the effort from Anelka. But
half and look as if they're going to carry a threat.
170 days in charge, 246 as Chelsea manager, but Salomon Kalou. Ivanovic, and now Lampard, and now Ivanovic, cut back to Malouda, and here's Drogba, fantastic block by McQuain out again. 2 wonderful pieces of last-ditch defending against Thailand in Nelspruit, one of the World Cup venues, but that 100th cap will come. And McQuain will be a proud ambassador for his country in the summer. Dinda, still well-defined across, and here's Boateng, and Piquillon was onside. Czech managed to claw it away, but what a chance for Frederic Piquillon. Instinctive reaction, the whole of the goal to aim at.
And it all started, he wasn't moving earlier on, but Jamie O'Hara closed it down and he forced the Chelsea error to begin with. And when a shot comes in from Boateng, you think, well, it's got to go in from from Piquion. I can't believe that he hasn't directed that in. He had so much of the net to aim for, and yet Czech manages to get a hand to it.
Well, that's the wonder of the Cup.
See what Chelsea are going to bring to them. Now they've had that chance, just a little more confidence is there.
Ashley Cole, he's got behind McQuainer, great chance. Oh, Kalu's hit the crossbar somehow, and David James has grabbed it. Is that the biggest sitter ever missed in an FA Cup final? Salomon Kalou, goal gaping, hits the crossbar.
I can't remember anything that beats that, I'll tell you. That is unbelievable.
A Champions League game that we covered earlier in the season at Stamford Bridge, and he finished up the goal hero that particular evening, but got to score. Got to score.
Well, he's just got the underside of the ball, it's as simple as that. You know, he gets over it, he scores the goal, gets underneath it, and that's just an absolute shocker.
Well, Ashley Cole is asking the same question that every Chelsea fan is: how have you missed? Florent Malouda towards the head of Terry, off the woodwork again. Lampard and Terry now have struck the frame of the goal. It's Drogba. Oh, again they hit the woodwork. David James knocked it against the bar, and he bounced down. They all looked to the linesman.
That was in. That was in.
They all look to the linesman, but he says nothing.
David James is getting on with it. I mean, it looked into me straight away. Is it? Yes, it is. Is it just? I mean, what a hit this is. You know, is it a hidden? I think so. He does get a touch on it, David James. Oh, inconclusive. Maybe not the whole of the ball over the hole, and maybe I jumped the gun a little bit.
Or maybe it's taken us 30 seconds to prove it might not have been a goal. But either way, why on earth do we not use the technology? Argument for deserving to be in front, but they're not yet. Ivanovic, Anelka. Drogba waits at the far post. Didier Drogba, did that hit the post again? James came out at his feet, it did, I think.
Well, what is going on between McQuaid and Steve Finnan here? Between them, they just get it hopelessly wrong and allow Drogba to get in. And yeah, it does hit the post again.
Ivanovic. And now Kalou, and Ivanovic has gone on, and he's onside, headed away by McQuainer. Kalou had a swing in it, Ivanovic was behind the line, ball's out, goal kick. And no wonder he's smiling. He's got the fates on his side today, David James.
Are on their side. They've had huge breaks. I mean, just look at that look. I think he's thinking, dear, oh dear, how are we still 0-0?
5 times they've hit the frame of David James's goal.
Well, this is very unlucky, isn't it? The Lampard one just swerved the wrong way. Cole, brilliant. Kalou, shocking. John Terry, wonderful lead, great direction. Very unfortunate not to see it drop in. And then great save in the end from David James, not quite over the line from Drogba, and then Drogba again with the little poke. Incredible.
Don't think it did cross the line, did it?
I don't think it did.
Portsmouth were officially relegated on the eve of the semi-final here. Area is being joined by Aaron McQuainer. Oh, a little bit of space here for Kevin Prince Boateng. Well, it was a spectacular attempt. He doesn't think it was far away. Well, here's Finnan. Strong, bold run from fullback from Steve Finnan. Aruna Dindan. It's got beyond Belletti. Dindan goes down. Penalty! Conceded by the Chelsea substitute, Giuliano Belletti. Won by Aruna Dindan. And Avram Grant's Portsmouth have the chance to take the lead in the final.
He was clumsy before that as well, but Dindan does him easily. Don't stick the leg out, whatever you do.
Over Tottenham Hotspur. Faced by Petr, saved a Louis Saha penalty at Goodison a couple of months back. This is the cup final. Boateng, saved by Cech. Historic moment for Petr Cech, only the 3rd man ever to save an FA Cup final penalty. Portsmouth fans certainly haven't been silenced. It'll be Didier Drogba. It's in! Hit the post and went in, but it's in! Didier Drogba at long last for Chelsea. And is that the first of many? James beaten. For once, his post just helped the ball into the goal. Sixth time in the match, Chelsea have struck the woodwork, but this time a goal for Didier Drogba. Another cup final goal for Didier Drogba.
But just look at the wall. There's a gap in the wall, and David James, crucially, takes a step to the right. All his weight is now on the right side, and he can't get back. And that's pinpoint precision. But look at the wall. That's the problem to begin with. There's a gap in the wall, and it's undone Portsmouth.
Delight for everybody involved with Chelsea Football Club. Thanks to Didier Drogba's sixth Wembley goal. And
Make sure they keep things right at the back. And just keep plugging away. He's not. He's playing kind of right side, and Elka left, Drogba in the centre.
Finnan seeking out Belhaj again. The early cross is a difficult one. Oh, what a chance for Kanu, was it? No, it's Dindan. Just eluded him, Aruna Dindan.
But you know why? Because he thinks John Terry is going to get there in front of him. Wonderful first-time ball from Belhaj. What a contribution that is. And John...
Belhaj, though, for Portsmouth. And it's another searching cross, and it almost comes for Dindan again. Didier Drogba. Cole with Lampard available. Down goes Lampard, penalty. And Chelsea will have a chance from the penalty spot to surely break Portsmouth's resistance once and for all.
And presumably no argument between Drogba and Lampard. It's Michael Brown who sticks the leg out across Frank Lampard.
England teammate will face him. And Frank Lampard, who got the winner in last season's FA Cup final. There's a chance to clinch victory in this season's. And he's missed it. 2 penalties missed in an FA Cup final. That's never happened before. And Portsmouth are still alive here. It's the throw. Kanu on the dead ball line, but scoots up across, which Cech is able to gather. Nearly there.
Yeah. Well, one-sided in terms of chances today, Clive. I mean, Chelsea have been the better side, and you can't deny them the win, but it could have been different.
It's Chelsea history. The newly crowned champions of England keep their grip on the English Cup. It's Chelsea's first double. They've got the winning habit again. New Wembley, same old story. Chelsea's third FA Cup triumph.
Could have been a tale of 2 penalties today. Turned out to be the story of 1 free kick. Great scenes, it should be noted, from the Portsmouth fans, who, in conjunction with the Chelsea fans, are congratulating, cheering their team to the bitter end. It's Chelsea's trophy, though, Chelsea's double. Let's bring in Andy, Marcel and Gareth before...
Front of the Royal Box, special cheer for Avram Grubb from Portsmouth and Chelsea fans alike. He said in the morning papers that he was taken for granted during his final months at Chelsea, that the wins were never down to me, only the defeats. He lifted the trophy in unison last year, and now, after encouraging a little bit of vocal accompaniment, Chelsea's hold on the FA Cup grows ever tighter. John Terry has got his hands on it again. The second leg of a spring double for Chelsea. Champions and cup winners. Blue is the colour. The best things come in twos.